This vehicle is one of the easiest installs we've done. There's just a few simple steps, and you should be able to complete the installation in just under an hour. The tools needed for this installation are a T27 torque socket, a 10 and 12 millimeter socket, a ratchet, a 1.5-inch hole saw, a drill, and a box cutter. Before we begin installation, it may help to have a visual of what your radio setup will look like when installed. In this case, your mobile radio will be secured in a console mount as shown here, keeping it tucked and out of the way. Although not required, for this installation, we will also install a master power switch, which will power your radio off and on with the flick of a switch. This helps prevent battery drain when your vehicle is not in use or in long-term storage. It also means you don't have to adjust the volume every time you power it on. We begin by installing the antenna mount under the factory trim as shown here. It should pry off easily with no screws or bolts holding it in place. Loosen the bolt as shown and secure the mount. We need to cut a small notch in the plastic molding to fit around the antenna mount. So once the mount is installed, align the plastic molding against the mount, mark the molding, and cut a small clearance notch. When done, reinstall the molding. Next, locate the large rubber grommet on the firewall. It's located just under the steering wheel. Peel back the black outer grommet cover slightly and cut a notch into the soft foam to allow for larger cable pass-through. Once complete, pass the power lead from the radio and the end of the coax cable with the NMO bulkhead from the interior of the vehicle through the grommet and into the engine bay. Run the power leads up the short distance and secure them to the cross support with soft tie R-wraps as you make the final connection to the battery terminals. The battery ground uses a 10 millimeter socket and the positive terminal uses a 12 millimeter socket. Now run the coax cable across as shown here and secure next to the other cable as you work the end towards the antenna mount. Insert the bulkhead into the hole. From the top, place the washer and NMO nut on the bulkhead and begin to thread it on. Notice we're holding the wrench vertically to tighten the NMO nut. We do this to reduce over-tightening the NMO nut, which can damage the NMO bulkhead. This should be snug, but again, not over-tightened. Now hand tighten the antenna in place. In the center console, remove the mat that lines the bottom. After the mat is removed, drill a small hole and make a simple cut line. This will allow us to pass cables through the hole as well as remove the mat at any time without having to disconnect cables. Next, remove the 4 bolts on the center console as shown here. On each side of the console, there's one down front and one in the back. Simply pop off the plastic cover to access the bolt for removal. To reach the bolts in the rear, move the seats forward. Once removed, add a small block under the back side of the console as shown here. This will give us a little room to work with our hands and feed cables through the install process. Now drill a 1.5-inch hole in the bottom of the console as seen here. Measure 2 3/4 inches from the back wall and then measure 5 3/4 from each side. Pull back on the molded carpeting slightly near the firewall and console to tuck the coax cable and power leads underneath under the carpeting. We don't want any loose wiring hanging that could interfere with vehicle operation. Work the cables down the console by hand towards the back and center. As mentioned earlier, we are also installing an optional master power switch, which will power your radio off and on with the flick of a switch. This helps prevent battery drain when your vehicle is not in use or in long-term storage. It will also retain your volume settings so you don't have to adjust volume every time you manually power your radio off and on. The switch is conveniently installed in the console mount right beside the radio. Just flip it on and you're ready to go. As a helpful guide, this illustration shows how to easily connect the switch in line with your mobile radio. This guide is available as a PDF on the Resources tab on the Radio Kit product page. Give yourself a moment to review the connections and you'll see just how simple it is. Now, prepare the radio and any optional switches into the mount. The IDM mount attaches to the side of the mobile radio and then slips easily into the console mount. When secured in place, we then add the bezel and secure all pieces with the supplied hardware. Place the radio and mount assembly into the center console and feed the coax cable and power leads through the grommet as shown. Route the power cables from the radio down through the grommet and route the coax up through the grommet and connect to backside of the radio. Secure the mount assembly with the thumb screw to keep it in place. Connect the right angle hand mic extension to the hand mic and affix the hand mic to the magnetic mount. Now, remove the block under the back of the console. Reinstall the 4 bolts and bolt covers on the center console and your installation is complete. It's always best to test radio performance in an outdoor open area. As always, Rugged Radio stands by to help with any questions you have. Check out product manuals and instructions online or give us a call for assistance. Get ready to go further.